Hi everyone, Teacher Andrew here. Today, or rather later this afternoon if you watched the previous video, I am going to read you this book, which involves, I'm really got the chair and the tripod really close to the canoe today because this book has pictures that are so detailed. I'm wondering how it's harder for me to read to a whole class when I'm teaching my class, but it works really well when kids are gathered around close and listening close. So if you're one of those kids, here we are with Adele and Simon again, and if you are a kid who has never seen this, I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. It takes place in Paris, which is a fancy city in France. You might have heard of it. It's by McClintock. And she's this really great illustrator. She draws really wonderful pictures, and she originally was known for just kind of doing new versions of old classics, like there's a Gingerbread Boy done by her. And then she started writing her own, and they're really fantastic. This is Adele and Simon. And all of the pictures are real places of Paris. Adele picked up her little brother Simon at school. Simon was waiting by the door. He had his hat and gloves and scarf and sweater, his coat and knapsack and books and crayons, and a drawing of a cat that he'd made that morning. "Simon, please try not to lose anything," said Adele. Simon said, "I'll try." At the corner, they stopped to talk to Madame Biscuit, the grocer. She gave them each an apple, and after a while, Simon tugged on Adele's sleeve. "Where is my drawing?" he asked. They looked and looked and looked again, but they couldn't find it. So off they went, without the drawing, to the park nearby. And if you can spot the drawing in the picture, you'll sort of be ahead of Adele and Simon. Maybe a trick if you're watching this on a computer or a phone or an iPad or something, perhaps when I put the picture close like this, you could pause it, and then you could look as close as you can to see if you can find the thing that Simon has lost, because that was not the first thing that Simon will lose. Adele set out their after-school snack on a park bench, but Simon had disappeared. Monsieur Pierre, the gardener, helped her look for him, and there he was, up in a tree. "Come down this minute," Adele scolded. Simon climbed down with his hat and gloves and scarf and sweater, his coat and knapsack and his crayons, but no drawing of a cat. And where were his books? Simon didn't even notice they were missing. "Let's go see the dinosaurs next," he said. Soon they were wandering happily among the fossils and dinosaurs at the Natural History Museum. They said hello to their friend Monsieur Dant, the museum guard. Simon had his hat and gloves and sweater, his crayons and coat and knapsack, but no drawings of a cat. And where was his scarf? "Simon, how can you lose things like this?" asked Adele. And Simon shrugged his shoulders. He shook his head. He didn't know. Adele and Simon left the museum. The day was bright. It felt wonderful to walk. "Adele," said Simon, "have you seen my glove?" "Oh, Simon, not again," said Adele. They hunted all over. They couldn't find it, but Simon wasn't worried. Maybe he didn't need two gloves when he had one. They stopped to watch a puppet show. Several of Adele's friends were there. The girls talked and talked until Simon interrupted. "Adele, I've lost my other glove." Everyone joined the hunt. They looked under the benches and behind shrubs, but the glove wasn't found. "Simon, we are spending the whole day looking for your things. Don't lose anything else," scolded Adele. But Simon was not listening. He was already on his way down the path, following the sounds that came from the street. Horns blew, drums boomed. It was a parade, and right in front was their friend Paul. Adele and Simon walked along beside him until they reached the art museum. "Simon," said Adele, "where's your hat? What is Mama going to say?" "Don't worry," said Simon. "I still have my sweater and my coat and my knapsack and my crayons." Inside the museum, Simon went directly to the room with his favorite paintings. He got out his paper and crayons and started to draw. People politely stepped around him. Madame Quill, his art teacher at school, was there. Simone proudly showed her his drawing. "You must sign it," she said, but Simone couldn't find his crayons. Everyone helped him look, but no crayons were found. Simone hugged Adele before she could scold him. "Can we go now?" he asked. "I'm hungry." "Oh, Simone," Adele sighed, "you've got to stop losing things. I'm tired of looking for hats and gloves and crayons and books and scarves everywhere we go." But Simone was too busy eating eclairs and chocolates to listen, and when it was time to go, he had entirely forgotten where he had put his knapsack. "I'm sure it will turn up somewhere," said Monsieur Bonbon, the waiter. It's too much for me to find each one of these for you, but I really love, there's the knapsack with the cat behind the counter. They left the pastry shop and they headed towards home. "Oh, look, Simone, acrobats," said Adele. Harlequins juggled, a sword swallower swallowed, and the strong man lifted with mighty effort. All the children joined in the fun. Simone's friend Leah was there, doing handstands and tumbling along with Simone until they were out of breath. "But Simone, where's your coat?" asked Adele, and everyone hunted high and low, but Simone's coat was not to be found. Adele was about to scold Simone again, but Simone wasn't there. André, the postman, helped Adele look for him. They finally found Simone without his sweater. "I was too warm," Simone explained, and Adele sighed. "Ugh, it's getting late. Let's go." At last they were home, and Adele was tired of Simone losing his things, tired of looking for the things that Simone lost, tired of looking for Simone. Mama was waiting. "Simone," said Mama, "where are your hat and gloves and scarf and sweater, your coat and knapsack and books and crayons? And the drawing of a cat he made at school," added Adele. Just then, there was a knock at the door. And there were Simone's things! That night, after Adele and Simone had gone to bed, Simone asked sleepily, "Is tomorrow school day?" "Yes," said Adele. "And will you pick me up to bring me home again?" asked Simone. "Yes," Adele sighed. And before Adele could say another thing, Simone was fast asleep. The end. And these are all the real places in Paris you just saw. So if you ever find this book, it can tell you some factoids here in the back. And I love this little drawing of books tied with a little leather strap. A long time ago, people weren't bringing backpacks to school. They were just tying their books into little bundles with leather straps and then like carrying them at their side or slinging them over their shoulder. Interesting that it took them so long to figure out that you could put them in a bag and add a strap to the bag. Anyway, hope you're having a lovely afternoon or evening or morning or whenever you are watching this. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks.